with y'all, man? Welcome to number 10, Roman numeral X, how to maintain a free mind in a controlled society. No hesitation again, y'all. I ain't got no updates or nothing to privy y'all to about me, my life, or my processes. We is gonna jump straight into this video. And in this video, I'm gonna definitely break a lot of ground, so it'll be a longer video. I got my notes, I got talking points, and I have an abundance of time. Nothing on my schedule, nobody needing a kid. I can focus on this YouTube video. And in the last few videos, I talked about astrology. In this video, I'm gonna talk about astrology again, further get y'all into it from a different perspective, from a new understanding. And I also coined 2 new terms to go along with your newfound astrological understanding. And yeah, I didn't make a thread for these terms yet, so I'm gonna kind of be going off the top just a little bit as I define it. But by the time this video is up, I'm gonna have made a thread and I'm gonna clip it when I speak on it. But first topic of the video, y'all, epigenetics. Now, epigenetics is what is described in Dr. Joe Dispenza's book, Becoming Supernatural. It is essentially the process of changing your own DNA mentally and spiritually, changing your own genetic traits, your own genetic dispositions, your own genetic habitual things that you're likely to do because of your genes, because of your DNA, because of your environment, because of your society, and because of the parents that had you. The 2 people that came together and birthed you into this world play a huge part into your genetic coding. Now, the process of epigenetics is for you, yourself, essentially alchemy. That's just the scientific term for it. Now, boom, that's epigenetics. Again, I told y'all one of the tenets of Satanism, the people that adhere to the satanic ideology of moral relativism, number 1, social Darwinism, number 2, selfishness as the highest order, me, ego thinking, withhold information and wield it over those that are ignorant to it, along with a bunch of other mindsets and tenets, satanic statements that they ascribe to. And number 4 being eugenics. Now, as Mark Passio coins it, dysgenics, the process of breeding in bad qualities into a society, or unfavorable qualities, definitely malfunctioning qualities as you look around in your society and see what's manifested in the minds and the spirits and the behaviors of people. Dysgenics. Now, the process of eugenics is to put forth good traits, characteristics, and qualities to be birthed into a given society. Kind of what I'm doing right now, kind of what I've been doing. My personal life is being a eugenics on myself and those close to me. Now I'm just performing eugenics even deeper on this YouTube camera. But the process, even let's just say family raising a child, the process of eugenics, feeding them good food, feeding them good information into their mind, loving, caring energy in the household will breed a very balanced individual in his life, rather than the process of dysgenics, bad food, bad media programming within your formidable years, ages 1 through 7, then 7 through 14, the years of your sacral chakra. You know, you're finding your likes and your dislikes and your preferences and your pleasures. And if all of the inputting information in a surrounding environment is toxic, it will breed a toxic individual, to say the least. That's dysgenics. Now, astrology is the process of alchemizing your own astrology, alchemizing your own birth chart, not being a victim to it, not it being a crutch to you in your life. To ignore astrology and to inevitably put you at a disadvantage from knowing less of thyself is the process that I am coining dysastrology, right? Astrology. To understand that we're all of the signs, we're all of the zodiac houses, all of the zodiac traits has a portion of it inside of all of us, and how our own planetary alignment, where the moon was, where the sun was at our time of birth, plays a part into how we interact and react to things in this world. We have a natural orientation emotionally within us because of astrology, because of the planetary energies and personalities of, let's just say, Mars being in your 7th house. You could look up the interpretation of that. But I gave myself a bit of a crash course on astrology so I can come back with more of a refined understanding to give to y'all. And during this process, I stumbled on some new downloads, more so a new perspective that once I realized that I have been living life from this perspective from almost 3 years, and it definitely plays a part into why my philosophy is so unique, why my thoughts and outlook and perspective is so different. And that perspective, because I will have eventually had to say it anyway, because it does tie in a lot with the personal philosophy that I plan on giving y'all. And I will name half of it right now. It is the CTRL frequency. Y'all have heard me say that. / gray magic. It's not full, pure white magic, and it's not low, dark, sorcery, black magic. It's a middle point of gray magic. Essentially, not denying the self, not denying the desires of the lower self, rather in the present moment or in the future of what you wish to manifest into your life, but also doing what thou wilt under the law, not harming anyone, not making anyone else's life hard, not even giving negative words and energy to other people in the moment, because your words have such an energetic effect. You know, how you make people feel. A lot of people just have a negging energy about them and how they deal with people. I think that's the word. A negging energy, a negative, talking shit about the other, even if it seems as if it's in good fun. But, a high white magician would only be, living according to truth and pure, loving heart, unity, kindness, and compassion. Of course, that's not needed in every given situation in life, especially when you're comfortable with people and you know their tolerance from what they can take, how you can talk to them, how you can interact with them. But it's not straight up a toxic individual that's just talking shit and being rude and mean. It's gray magic. It's the energy of loving in everything that you do, all of your energy, no malicious intent with none of your actions. Now, the other main component to gray magic and the CTRL frequency is to spread the knowledge, is to spread the information, the truth, the objective truth, the spiritual truth. Formulate your own perspective and your own interpretations and give it out to the world. I invite y'all to do this because the blessings and the energy and the cosmic currency is given back tenfold when you do express these terms, this energy, and giving the world a solution to what mentally afflicts them, and essentially solving a lot of problems, because the amount of de facto Satanists in this world that live and perpetuate the egoic lower chakra energy of aggression, competition, and me, get, go, eat, grind, take, get mine. All of that energy is more than enough to go around. Truly it is. But we've been mind controlled to want what the next man has, be envious of what the next woman has, and it perpetuates an energy of chaos, ignorance, confusion, fear, etc., etc. So this is the CTRL frequency. Everything that I've ever posted, everything I've ever shared with y'all is essentially getting y'all up to a level of mental control, spiritual control, emotional, physical, and financial control. Now again, y'all can go to any other speaker or person on this planet to get insight and energy on those 5 things, 5 pillars of existence, as I coined them back in 2020. But for me, you know, my perspective I know is rare, something that you're not going to get in a lot of places. And it's valuable and it's tried and true. So that's why I'm on this YouTube camera talking to you. Boom. Let's go in on astrology a little bit more, because a lot of people, again, just taking the big 3 of someone, a Taurus sun, an Aquarius moon, and a Pisces rising. Now, this individual may see themselves as a stoic, strong, grounded person. That's their outward perception of themselves from being a Taurus sun. Mentally, they may feel as if they're always talking or thinking or have the best thoughts and witty energy within themselves. And their outer perception is that of a watery energy, someone expressive, someone extroverted, but internally they may feel rather introverted. Now, to ignore all of their signs, to not even look at their birth chart, to not care about it, would be the process of dysastrology. Yes, there synchronistically happens to be a zodiac wheel behind me, and I didn't plan for me to have this in the background during my videos and my content in this phase of my life, but synchronistically, energetically, it is beyond perfect. Shout out to my baby that got this for me. I said, damn, that is absolutely perfect. So I'm gonna actually just speak on astrology from this wheel right here. And what I offer y'all is to be in the middle point. Control of all of your astrological traits, all of your habits, all of your inclinations, like the Aquarius moon's inclination to think a lot and to be in the head. Take a trait from Sagittarius energy and be more fiery with your thoughts. Be more decisive, be more passionate. Don't just be in your head thinking and seeing this scenario, weighing this option, blah, blah, blah. Whatever a person may be doing in their head, because they may be a Leo 3 main, 3 houses in your big 3 being Leo. I use Leos for an example because I think they're the most outward sign. It's easy to identify someone with Leo traits, especially in the summertime. Again, it's the sign of the ego. It's the sign of fire, passion, energy, bravado. I'm the shit energy. All Leos think they the shit. Now, for you to alchemize would be for you to ground yourself and come back into a state of homeostasis and understanding what you are on this planet. A male or female, split into the polarity of male and female, a soul having a human experience, not letting your ego be all that you identify with and all that you think you are. And again, that's a lot of people on this planet. But Leos have a natural orientation to have a higher percentage of that energy, right? Another thing I learned, throughout this. And I know I mentioned flat earth, and I am going to go in on it a little bit more. Each sign, 33 degrees. 30 times 12, 360. Now we got 365 days in a year. Each degree roughly symbolizes a day. Now, if you're just looking at this astrological wheel from the concept of 24 hours, this is where our time system fucks us up in many ways, because we're going on this 24-hour time clock, when in reality, in flat earth reality, the sun and the moon are essentially a yin yang going around. As you can see, you will have sun over here, moon over here, this side of the world being illuminated, this side of the world being dark. And after 12 hours, since they've been able to calculate the 12-hour cycles that we have from the sun and the moon. Now, of course, I got into flat earth 3 years ago, y'all. I got into flat earth 3 years ago. It was March 2021. I'm in Sacramento, California. I meet an ex-NFL football player, and me and bro was talking. We talking about flat earth, we talking about life. I introduced the Kabbalion, as that was my most hidden knowledge at the time, and he brought up flat earth. He broke it down to me, and I was a skeptic at first. Of course, I was under the assumption, like many of you, that we're in this solar system, Earth going around the sun, the moon going around Earth, and a bunch of other planets doing this randomly and chaotically at millions of miles per hour. When he broke it down to me how fantasy that really all sounds when you put it together. I'm not trying to convince y'all. I'm not trying to prove nothing to y'all. It'll probably be a time where I actually go over a lot of the flat earth facts and truths and just give to you to discern and judge and see what rings true. But again, this is a polarization dialectic for you to fall on either side, round earth, solar system, globe, or flat stationary earth. For you to fall on either side puts you into the polarization dialectic. If you're willing to debate and defend either side, you're even deeper into it, deeper into your humanity, and deeper into your ego. Now, I'm presenting flat earth to y'all as an understanding because over the past history of life, most astrologers and ancient people have believed that we're on a flat plane, stationary, the sun and the moon within going around. Now, under flat earth theory, a lot of people postulate that there's a dome above earth. Nothing can come in, nothing can get out. It plays a lot more into the mindset and understanding of a demiurge, God, or creator, right? Rather than this random Big Bang theory that here we are randomly in all these planets and life and this and that. It gives more evidence to a creator when you think about one stationary flat earth with a dome over it, the sun and the moon being within it, each house evenly dispersed, constellations fixed. In one of my Hermetic books, it detailed, I remember I wrote it down, how the term astrology, it really means like a fixed star, not moving. If it was strolling, I guess it would be moving, but it's astrology, it's fixed, right? I think the book is actually literally close to me. I might grab it and look into it for y'all. But with that being said, how can the constellations, how can we even map it all out? How could we ever find a solid picture of a birth chart or trace any of these constellations and their energy if we're in this chaotic solar system realm of randomness and chaos? It's like the two mindsets don't align. There's a cognitive dissonance between those that believe in a solar system and simultaneously believe in this geocentric model of astrology. Now, a lot of people that do believe in the solar system and don't give any validity to astrology, you know, they're the most skeptical, they're the most physical, and the most material people. And again, distrology, I would say, because you're ignoring the potential of what could be. Now, I'm not even here to debate y'all on flat earth versus round earth or prove to y'all that it's one or the other. Out of evidence, out of travel, out of seeing things myself, I personally side with flat earth. And once you side with flat earth, and you can paint the zodiacal picture, the illustration over this plane of life, and you see how the sun and moon travel in each house, and the stars up above being bodies of light and energy with traits and characteristics rather than being home planets that we could one day potentially land on. You know, it's a lot of propaganda, misinformation, and just things in this world that get put out to people. Now, we all have the same 24 hours, but a lot of people they're occupied, they're pulled in many different ways from the things, the people, the this, the that, kids, school, your job. You gotta eat, you gotta sleep, work out, create, try to maintain your business. All of these things in this American fast economy that pulls you away from objective truth, from deep thinking, and from spirituality. It's a lot, y'all. It's heavy. I'm realizing that this light is not on now. Clearly, I've been eager to, I guess, sit down and get this energy out because my first ring light wasn't on, and now this ring light ain't on. But I'm gonna go ahead and turn this one on. Oh, that's why it's not on. Because I unplugged something to charge my cell phone. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Goddamn, this should be on. Oh, maybe it turned off. Because I do think I had it on. This bitch must have turned off. Goddamn, ain't that crazy. That's cool. We gonna rock with it. I'm gonna turn this up then. All right, y'all. I'm bright and I'm back. What is we talking about? Astrology and eustrology. I know for a fact I went over the terms, concepts, and energy of astrology and how I'm trying to paint the picture for y'all. The process of eustrology is understanding and alchemizing your astrology, your habits and traits that are in you from your big three, and then how all of the other planets with their individual traits and characteristics, Mercury and Mars, for example, where it falls in your birth chart and what house it falls into, gives you even more characteristics. Again, if we were living in a natural society, we would still all be very unique with certain latent spiritual powers, energies, and skill sets, right? But we're in this economy and society where we're all made to walk and go in uniformity. Of course, in America, there is a push for you to be different and for that to be accepted, but you can believe whatever you want in your head as long as you're going to work and clocking in and listening to what the police and the government is telling you. The mind control is working anyway, right? To their benefit. And with that being said, I can bring us into the next term that I coined, spiritual leisure. To earn spiritual leisure, to gain spiritual leisure, to have an abundance of it, it comes from work. It comes from understanding, it comes from studying, it comes from experience in life. And then for you to get to a point of contentment, spiritual contentment, being able to rest in the ease of your life, in the ease of your creativity, your indulgence, your dopamine, whatever it is that you get from life without feeling bad, shameful, or guilty about your laziness or your slothfulness. In the eyes of society, it may be that. But to have spiritual leisure first, and one of the main things about it, you have to satisfy the ego. Somebody asked me about it. Shout out to Brage. He DM'd me asking me, how can you maintain, how can you get spiritual leisure? And one of the main things that came to my head is satisfying the ego. A lot of y'all just is looking at life from y'all phone, wanting to do this, wanting to say this, wanting to be this way or be seen in this light, or go out and try this and do that, but you haven't done it for some reason. You have to satisfy your ego. You have to see life. You have to feel life. You have to be one with it. You have to be in it. And spiritual leisure is a inevitable byproduct from you just doing shit in life, putting in time and effort, and truly is self-mastery. Because once you become a master of self, life becomes easy. The books just make life easy. Experiencing, having your trials and tribulations, it refines your game and your experimentation in life. So if you want spiritual leisure, if you want real money, real understanding, real true one eye, moan eye, money, one understanding of truth and objective reality and spirituality, right versus wrong thinking, tap into all of these things, it will inevitably grant you more spiritual currency and more spiritual leisure to just sit back and smoke and watch life play out without feeling attacked or slighted or taking things personal from whatever happens to you in this world. Again, a soul having a human experience, a soul here shot down and just living, just vibrating, just doing whatever you do. Being attacked by this world, being attacked by the energies, being attacked by the people, being mind manipulated. You're in a mental war, a spiritual war for your mind, for your energy, for your attention. So the two spiritual currencies, time and attention, what you put your time into and your attention, you get an inevitable return. So if it's studying, if it's truth, if it's knowledge, if it's information, if it's understanding, if it's meditation, if it's physical exercise, you'll get an inevitable return and more bank, more money in your spiritual account. I'm telling you. A lot of the energy, the control frequency, the CTRL frequency that I'm trying to give y'all is you will not look at celebrities like they're anything that you are not. You will walk through life with a level of unfazedness and confidence that it can't waver. It don't waver because the competence, and truly what it is competence that leads to confidence. But the objective understanding, being qualified, being skilled, and having the right capabilities to perform in the game of life, being competent will inevitably lead to confidence and everything else that comes in your life from being confident. Now, when you're feeling yourself too much, you bring in and attract a lot of different things, a lot of chaos, if you don't have no boundaries for what you will and will not do or say, right? So a lot of people end up just manifesting these crazy realities, and you look back like, damn, 2 years ago, I was just here being this way, and I kind of missed that simple, easy life before I was tied in and attached and dealing with all of these individuals. And whatever game of life, whatever ego game that you're playing, feeling yourself too much, overly confident, all of those things can have an adverse effect on you in this economy, in this game of America. Yes, epigenetics, epidysgenics, astrology, and dysastrology. Thank y'all for listening to that. New coins are termed for you to alchemize yourself, for you to understand that this is a flat earth, if that's what you want to understand, if that's what you want to side with. It gives more evidence to life being a playground, to life being free. Then you look and think, wait, why am I following rules? Why is there a government telling me what to do and how to live? Then you begin to look at that even more, because the evidence for an authority over you is, in a sense, is given more energy And people can say, yeah, I can get with that. Yeah, police. Yeah, authority. Yeah, government. Safety. Protect us. Because for one, they got you programmed thinking that people are just bad or vile or fucked up. And people are, but they've just been programmed that way. So they say that they're protecting you from these people. And even deeper than that, you're afraid that a meteor or the sun could blow us all up. When under the flat earth illustration, the sun is not 93,000 miles away or million, and the sun is not going around earth. The earth is not a basketball shape. The sun and the moon is within the earth, constantly opposed to each other at all times. And of course, when you have like a solar eclipse, it's a time where the moon just about gets in front of the sun and covers it for a brief moment. They fuck with the time, they turn the time clocks back. They do so much just to give more energy and push to the economy and the society and the money making and the gains and the go. This white man's technology and this white man's world does not think preservation. Rarely do they think natural, or our society will look completely different, but it's a constant energy of go, push, gain, more, do. Push, gain, more, do. Produce, more working, more assembly, more minds working in uniform order to create the new world order. Essentially, I'm giving y'all the tools and the energy and the mindset to be free within the new world order. Okay, boom. I want to drill home just a little bit more the concept and idea of true money, real understanding. Of course, it's an eye on the dollar bill within the pyramid. Now, the pyramid up at the top, or the triangle portion of it, does it have an eye in it? It may or may not, but you obviously always see depictions with the eye and a triangle in it. That symbolizes one truth. That symbolizes gnosis. That symbolizes one understanding of life, true, objective reality, right versus wrong, 7 Hermetic principles, all of that. Understandings of the mind, that is what that truth symbolizes. Now, the 5-pointed trapezoid symbolizes, it's only 4. It symbolizes a soul trap, the trapezoid. 1 side, 2 side, 3 side, 4 side. Symbolizes the soul trap. For you to be trapped into it, for you to be trapped in base consciousness, for your thoughts, emotions, and actions to be dead, for you to be only thinking about the physical world and money and gain and do what you're supposed to be doing or what you think you're supposed to be doing because of society, you're down there in that soul trap, in the trapezoid. I'm trying to get y'all to rise above to the triangular view of life, and boom, one truth, one understanding. Your time and attention tapped into self, to the inner world, and to knowledge, objective truth, and information will inevitably give you more spiritual currency, more money, and allow for more peace, contentment, love, freedom, and spiritual leisure. Boom. Niggas versus blacks versus African Americans. Niggas versus blacks versus African Americans. This concept was something that shifted me a lot once I came to this understanding. Once you see how the minds of black people, melanated individuals, are programmed to be upstanding citizens in this world and get into Congress and make economic change rather than being the God that you are, right? You're programmed from the Bill Cosby show. Brother Panic did a lot of insight and talking about this, so this is definitely more his field, but I'm just giving it to y'all as an understanding for any melanated black people watching me. You were programmed and you were brought up to think that it was right to go to college, get a job, participate and vote in this economy, being an African American, you know, loving and being a patriot and having nationalism, the idea and concept of nationalism, pride in your country, pride in your government, pride in all of that shit. Now, me personally, I actually don't mind being from America. I think that this land, this native energy, it has a certain vibe to it that is unique and is not found nowhere else in this world. Amongst black people born on American soil and all other people born on American soil, there is a certain energy, a certain edge. Some describe it as a base, like gothic energy and outlook on life, not being afraid of the darkness, going within to the darkness. That's how so much greatness has been created and brought forth on this planet, from going into the darkness, from putting in time, from delayed gratification, which is a high satanic understanding that they give out to their members. The idea of delayed gratification, not wanting and expecting immediate dopamine and needing to just be addicted to feeling good all the time, like they have programmed the people on this planet and in this society to be, right? Get y'all some delayed gratification. It is everything. It makes all of the difference between one type of person and the next type of person. But boom, for you to be tied in with this African American culture and just go with it and just agree with it and side with it and raise and program your kids to be African Americans, that is a programming. And it keeps you stuck and tied away from your true God energy, your true nigga energy, naturally invoking God's greatest attributes. You're not doing that if you are programmed and tied in and functioning into this American society and culture, trying to be and appease white people and really any other person. That just has to do with your humanity versus your spirituality. The shit that I'm telling y'all about objective truth and knowledge and understanding, I see now is to raise up your understanding of the midrocosm and to give you more competence, capability, and skills in this game of life. But once you understand it all, it's up to you to make the decision to side with your lower chakras as far as being humane and humble and, I guess, appeasing to the energy and the preferences and the likes or dislikes of other people. Or from your heart chakra, once you get to your heart chakra, you make the decision to go higher, to go to Christ consciousness, which is going your own walk, taking your own path, taking the left-hand path, not the right-hand path of society, of the world, right? Boom. Now, blacks. Blacks is kind of the intermediate between the African American and the nigga. Now, a black person, black traits and characteristics is somebody that generally lives in fear, generally lives in doubt, generally has a energy and a way to be able to side with the African Americans or the niggas and kind of go undisguised and get through whenever they need to. Obviously still listening to rap music. Some of the African Americans straight shun rap music and black culture, but blacks, on the other hand, still participate in all forms. Black music, culture, TV, basketball, this, that, the other, but may have went to college, may be okay and content with working a job, may not be fucking with illegal means to get money, but may get some illegal things from a nigga. Boom. Nigga energy, naturally invoking God's greatest attributes, is for you to not give a fuck about what people is thinking or saying about you and what you doing. It is the most purest form of your God energy, the most purest form of your melanin, the most purest form of you and your most powerful state as a black person on this planet. To be a nigga is to walk in a certain power, a certain confidence, but I'm trying to give y'all competence. Because y'all see niggas on this planet that are confident and arrogant and crash out consistently. I've crashed out from my confidence and arrogance in my own ways throughout life. But at this point, I'm driving this bitch like this. Dodging obstacles and demons and whatever else the fuck is trying to bring you down on this planet. But from you having competence, from you having understanding, from you being able to judge and discern properly, will make you the nigga, not just the nigga that's potentially ignorant to things that don't serve him or bring him pleasure and peace in this world. You know, your ignorance, you always pay for it. It's the most expensive thing in the world. What you choose to ignore, you're gonna always pay for it. All right, boom. Niggas, blacks, and African Americans. You know, y'all have seen all sides of me. I was raised to be African American, but the pulls of this world made me black. But when I tapped in with my own self, my own godhood energy, I fully became that nigga. And to y'all black people watching, listening, and understanding and feeling what I'm saying to y'all, it's well within the possibility for y'all to reach that godhood. Godhood. Where do niggas come from? The hood. What do niggas claim to be? Dogs. Now for you to claim to be a god, that's only the as above, so below correspondence of a dog. You gotta have both traits. You gotta have both energies within you. Again, that sacred masculine principle of self-defense. To be able to defend yourself from an attacker, from an enemy. To be able to shield yourself and protect yourself spiritually from the spiritual attacks, from the things and people of this world. It gets you there. You need armor, not just character armor, not just egoic shields around you protecting what you take personally and what you fear and what you lack within yourself. You know, all of those layers of egg, shell, protecting your yolk, protecting your vulnerability, protecting your soul. You don't need all of that. To take nothing personal, to understand that everybody is living within their own world of projections and labels and thoughts and this, that, and the other. Leave it alone. It don't serve you to even think about it and weigh it in your head. Stay in the present moment. It's the only thing you have. The future don't exist because it hasn't gotten here. Once it's here, it'll be here, and it'll only be the present. And once it's past, it'll be history. It'll be truth. It will have happened. But until it gets here, it's not here. So don't worry about it. Don't think about it. Yeah, man. I hope y'all is picking up on some shit in this video. I felt like I could go longer. I'm gonna go a little bit longer. I'm not gonna go for like 2-3 hours though. Eventually I will. I'll probably be sitting down at a desk when that time comes. But again, shout out to y'all for fucking with me. Shout out to y'all for following these videos. When y'all tell me that y'all have watched to the end of a video or you comment on something that I said at the end, that shit inspires me. That shit brings me back into the understanding that, okay, people are listening. People are tapping in for the simple fact that I know I'm saying a lot of off-the-wall shit. I know I'm breaking a lot of ground with a lot of these words, and that's all that is words. Crazy enough how words have such an effect on us in this planet. I told y'all in one of my last earlier videos of these that the word is the most powerful thing on the planet, and it's equally met with something else that is just as powerful. I oftentimes debate, go back and forth within myself, which one is more powerful on this planet, the word or this. But this is sex. Generation, creation. Of course, sex happens in your mind, from your right brain and your left brain, your logical, your creative, feminine, intuitive, your logical, database, mathematic, paired in to create and generate your reality, what you see before you, however your life situation is. And then, of course, sex happens on the 3D plane with male and female. Now, These sex is equally as important as the word, because animals don't use words. People don't have to use words to have sex and create, but the individual can use words to create a full reality with no one else. Sex is needed, two people to create. So, very extreme energies, sex and the spoken word, two of the most powerful energies on the planet. Nothing else more powerful. So understand how you are manipulated through your sexual energy, your sexual desires, really just your idea and want for sex and multiple sex partners, or your idea to just want one loving partner and then a committed marriage. All of those things is mind control. Mind control to get you to want and desire something outside of yourself, to be attached to something outside of yourself. And when you see the images in this social media world that we live in, when you see all the pictures painted of these things that you think you want, that you think you desire, once you either get it or experience it, you may see that, okay, this was not personally for me, or maybe it's not what I wanted, or maybe I want a lot more of it. Either way, you must satisfy the ego. You must satisfy that craving within the sacral chakra. Now, a gem that I recently recorded to memory involving the second chakra, once you get a taste of something, once you get a taste of what you have been desiring for years, months, whatever it is, however much time you put in, how much this thing mentally held real estate in your head, once you get a taste of it, pussy, for example, it can light up the karmic seed that was stored into your sacral chakra. So just from getting that one taste of it, it changes your reality of how much more and how distorted you're now seeing life and the world. So that's something to be very keen on for y'all that are on the path of satisfying the ego and getting and manifesting whatever you want, rather it's numbers, money, sex, physical, working out, whatever it is. Once you satisfy the craving just a little bit, you flame up the karmic seed, and it's liable to encapsulate all of your thoughts and your energies, and everything that you're doing and wanting to do is shifted and geared toward this becomes a shadow clutch or crutch, something that's holding you back, something that's holding you down, if you're not aware of it, if you're not keen on it. Boom. The only reason I went in on the niggas, blacks, and African Americans is because you have to look at yourself and your family and see exactly what you were programmed to be through the process of astrology and epigenetics. You can change yourself and your future. You can change the potential of where you're going, the potential of what will happen to you, the potential of whatever else you'll be faced with by going down this particular path that was set out for you from your environment, society, your city, your parents, and they programming onto you, and your astrology. Look at all of those things, the process of epigenetics, doing it to yourself personally, changing your consciousness, changing your brain waves, changing your thoughts, changing your reactions to life, and altering the course of your future through a process of personal epigenetics. Because if you don't do it, they're going to do it to you, and then you're just going to fall in and be a pawn on the chessboard of life, doing what they want you to do. Mind controlled, programmed, and manipulated into being what they want you to be. You see? Fear, imagination, and detachment. Now, I've mentioned to y'all before how fear, imagined fear, and creative vision are attributes of the third eye. What you fear, what you're having doubt about, the false evidence appearing real, things that's having you stuck, stagnant, and hesitating in your life, versus the glory of what you can imagine is tied in and on the same scale. Now, fear is what holds you back from all of your magic, is what holds you back from all of your greatness, is what holds you back from all of your glory. Now, I was hooping a few days ago. It was actually January 26th, the day that Kobe passed away. And I knew that I was about to drop my Kobe Bane song either later that night or the next day. And I was hooping at Lifetime Fitness like 6 in the morning, because that's when the courts is empty. And then I hear Kobe's voice say, "Don't fear greatness." Just do not fear greatness. Do not fear being great. Do not fear the time and the mastery that you've put in and what you know you've put in, and fearing the obstacles or whatever else may be in your path. And that was applying to basketball, because I have been hooping and the shot been there. And once I had that mindset, no fear, it made all of my shooting percentages go up. Because when you fear things in life, you're fearing something that hasn't happened. You may fear missing a shot. You may fear missing a shot in a business opportunity or a relationship. But until you get that fear from up out of your fucking head and out of your heart and out of your spirit, you will never reach your full potential, or never even see the capability of what you can experience, what you can do, what you can say, and what you can become. Now, again, I've mentioned how this social media world, post 2010, with Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, it's inextricably tied in with our personal selves, our 3D selves, the physical, inextricably tied in with the cell phone reality. What we can say, what we can do, what we can create, what we can become, what we can say, the barriers that we can break, who we can connect with, what we can unite, what idea we can put out into the world and let it germinate. All of that is now so prevalent in our lives and in your face. So whoever you are as a person, you'll forever be thinking, damn, I could be doing more, could be saying more, could be affecting more. And these is all things for you to realize and to think about, and to weigh your options as to what you can do on this planet, because these cell phones is portals. All of my videos that y'all have seen, nothing has ever been edited from a laptop, unless I've posted a video and thought, damn, why did I say or do that? Let me clip that out. I've went back and maybe done that, but other than that, and that has to be done in the YouTube editors, at least for me and my circumstances. But everything else has just been straight iPhone and iMovie, how I clip and cut and do what I do on this camera and Instagram, all from the iPhone. And I have manifested and brought in a lot of shit in my life through all of the great magic that I've been doing. And I'm inviting y'all to experiment and get on the frequency and become an alchemist in your life. Now, when you fear trying things, when you fear failure, it keeps you stagnant. It keeps you held within that same low vibratory state. When the outside world is just moving and shaking and doing, and it's somebody from your same demographic that looks like you, talks something like you, sounds something like you, and wants some of the things that you want in life, is up and putting in work. Is maybe even putting in just a few marginal gains. Is maybe just reading 10 more pages in a book. Is maybe just going to the gym and doing one small workout while you at home, depressed and despondent. Your competition that is vying for the same things that you vying for is out there getting it and getting to it. If you look at me as competition, that's folly. But your other competition, they out there doing that. So no fear, no hesitation, no need to doubt yourself and doubt your capabilities. Again, I'm offering y'all competence and understanding and knowledge and truth. All of this is just information. There's truly nothing new under the sun. You know, we're the same fucking Egyptian black gods that was in Egypt writing this information and putting it on scrolls and pyramid text. So here we are, able to use it again, reincarnated into 2024, and you have it all here at your fucking door. Now you gotta open the door. I could take you to the door. I could show you the door, and I could say, yo, if you walk through that motherfucker right there, I promise on the other side of that is some good shit. But if you don't want to walk through the door, I can't do nothing for you. I can't push you through the door. Now, people in my life, I can push them through the door just a little bit. But even then, I'm not forceful with none of this information, these ideologies, these concepts. I'm going to always say it because anybody that knows me, anybody that sees me, you're only going to be mirrored back to this perspective of a control frequency of great magic, of control of your life, not taking shit personal, control of your mind, your emotions, and physically being in the best shape that you can be in. All of those things encapsulate the CTRL frequency and so much more. Boom. Talked about spiritual leisure. Oh, imagination. Now, what you can imagine, again, the word is the most powerful thing. So, what you can imagine on this planet to happen in your life, to take place, to manifest, you have to be very keen and precise on your visions and how you want things to come. How does it look, taste, and smell and feel? Because if you're not on your manifestations and you just start dabbling with the spiritual world, your confidence does increase just because of doing ritual and trying to manifest something. It's a lot of energy things that happen within you just from doing it. Just like going to the gym and doing one workout, it's a lot of energy things that happen inside of you. So when you're not keen on what you want, when you're just open to getting things, then all of that shit does come to you in various forms. Energetically, you have to see yourself as a beacon. And once you start to raise your beacon of light, more things just attract to you. Lesser light attracts to you. And the more you can see, the more your light increases, the more you'll see other lights. And if you're not keen on those other lights and then compare them to your light, then you'll never be living in a state of objectivity. You'll be living in a state of subjectivity in your own world and your own reality, liable to fall asunder on the rocks by reason of your folly and your ignorance. So boom, when you're doing rituals, when you're doing magical practices, when you're really tapping in and your light and your energy and your aura just fucking expands and you start attracting this person to you, this idea, this thought, this way of being. If you're not keen on what you don't want, if you don't have spiritual boundaries that you moving within, you can fuck up your shit, to say the least. Because these spirits, they don't give a fuck about you, about me, about life, about we, about this society. They just here to be. They just here to create and cause things to happen. So when you put forth the cause in your life, the ritual practices, the divination, the looking into your astrology, the meditation, the bringing forth whatever you want with this etheric energy of, this shit helps so much, y'all, because it's like you're wrapping and whirling up the focus, the discipline, the new habits, the new mindset, the new time to sit down and create what you want to create and bring forth into the world. This etheric energy, it does it for you. But boom, it does it for me, and I offer it to y'all, as always. So when you're doing all of that, I damn sure just lost my train of thought. Just know that the spirits, they have no humanity, no morality, no right or wrong. They is gonna bring everything into your life that is in alignment and on the frequency of what you're aligned with and what you want. You know, could be some powerful energies coming your way, some powerful spirits, some powerful situations, some powerful circumstances and intense standoff energies with other people that may desire what you desire, that may have a similar energy to you, that may have been trying to manifest the same things. What happens when unstoppable force meets an immovable object? A new reality is birthed, a new way that you cannot go back to how you once thought reality was, because you, an unstoppable force, have now met this immovable object, or you, an immovable object, has now met this unstoppable force. A new reality, explosion, chaos, and out of chaos comes order. So to not fear anything, to not fear nothing or nobody on your walk through life, through the things that you may encounter, it serves you the most to always be on a path of self-mastery and righteousness. What is righteousness? Righteousness is being exactly what you want to be in the moment. There's no contradiction, no cognitive dissonance, no distance between I want this reality, or I say I'm this, but my reality or what I want is different, or what I really am is different. And that's what cognitive dissonance is. Saying you are something, or understanding or believing something to be true in your mind, then you're met with something that tells you you're wrong, or in comparison, your shit may not be correct or may be right. Tackle all of your cognitive dissonances within you. They're very individual. The ultimate cognitive dissonance is just human thought versus spiritual thought. That's the easiest one to tackle. Anything that is right-hand path or left-hand path, and find a middle point within. Of course, that would be what natural law or objective morality is that middle point. What are the wrongdoings on this planet? Assault, theft, rape, trespassing, coercion, willfully lying. I think coercion / willfully lying is at least 6 or 7. I got them in my notes. But yeah, those are the natural law transgressions / sins / wrongdoings. Those are the things that you don't want to do. Taking something that don't belong to you, theft of someone else's property, rape. You don't want to violate nobody sexually ever. That's one of the worst fucking things to even, of course, when you're dealing with higher principles, higher morality, of course I talk about doing whatever the fuck you want, but love is the law. Do what you want under the law of love. Don't harm, don't hurt nobody. You're taking someone's free will to associate with who they want to sexually. That's one of the most fucked up things going on this planet. And when people have this laissez-faire attitude to genocide going on, Palestine, for example, you must understand that all of the most inhumane and torturous things are also going on to the men, women, and children in these places when their villages are being pillaged and fucked up. So, boom, assault, hitting somebody, violating their ability to just be free and not fucked with, trespassing, going into their property, willfully lying / coercion, deceiving somebody. I think it may be one more that I'm missing, but I know I've said them before. Yeah, man. I don't know why I was getting into those, why I even listed those, but I feel like it was probably right, because I know I gave y'all a lot of energy in this video. We're at like 1 hour and 8 minutes on my recording, but I know this is over 1 hour in the real recording after I clip a little bit. This game of life, y'all. Very intricate, very detailed. I got one more talking point I'm gonna go over, and I'm gonna end the video. Releasing control for spiritual growth. Releasing the need to control your perception, releasing the need to control how others see you, releasing the need to control others and what they're doing and what they're saying. To release and let go of all of that shit, all of that you're attached to and still trying to control and make it go a certain way in your life. Release that for spiritual growth, for more spiritual understanding, for more detachment from this world, from the things of this world, from the people of this world, from the places of this world. More control for physical gain. Again, this is great magic. So you release control of that which does not serve you and that which you cannot control. And you absolutely control all which you can control. Your physical exertion, your mental understanding, your this and your that. For more physical gain, more material, more control over your physical body, over what you can do, what you can create, what you can pick up. All of the things to be more capable and competent and qualified in this game of life is the goal. All right. And with that being said, y'all, I'm gonna end this video. I fuck with y'all for watching me. I fuck with y'all for chilling with me. I fuck with y'all for allowing me to just vibrate in this chill, shamanic vibe that I'm on right now. Because throughout the year of 2024, which is all I'm really foreseeing, y'all are gonna see a lot of energy and a lot of creation and a lot of other shit from me. But the basis of it all is competence, is intelligence, is knowledge, is knowing, is intuition, is psychic ability, is control of your emotions and your thoughts, and not taking shit personal, accept your results that you want to take personal. I love y'all, man. May you never, ever, ever relax in your principles.